people, it's Wolf Brother Methos Renata from the channel Frost and Fist, and this amazing guy.
What's going on, guys? Freak here.
Alright guys, so we got another battle report for you today. You may have seen our latest video of that, you may have seen our latest battle report where it was us versus each other, but also with our brothers Shroud and Atlas, which is an amazing game. But we decided to take those same lists from that day and 1v1 each other. So we got some Frost versus Fist action here. Which means once again, I'm facing like 13 last cannons. Ugh.
And I'm facing Call.
It'll be alright. So I think definitely with two gun line heavy lists like this, it's going to be really important who gets to go first. So that first dice roll of the game might be telling.
Yep. And tell them what kind of game we're actually playing.
So we're playing a game called Targets of Opportunity. So each turn we're going to draw 3 objectives, and we're going to try and achieve those 3 objectives. And we got to score them that turn, because if we don't, next turn we got to discard them and draw 3 new ones. So pretty exciting, a new game type we haven't played before, and I think that extra level of stress of trying to score everything now is going to add to the game. Of course, it might just turn into a
slugfest.
Yeah, just an outright, you know, shoot each other in the face kind of match. That might happen, but in the end, I mean, I think overall it's going to be a fun match.
Yeah!
Be even more fun if I get to go first and I delete some stuff off his side. You know. But as long as it's a good close game, I'm sure we're both going to have an excellent time.
Yeah. No shutouts. No zeros on the board.
No, it's definitely a good opponent. I enjoy playing him, and I know this is going to be good.
Okay.
So let's take a look at those lists, guys, and we'll show you guys what's up. Alright, beautiful people, so what I'm taking today, taking Cole as my warlord here with the Mars Forge World. Okay, I'm taking 1 and 2 units of Vanguard. I'm taking 1 unit of 10 Rangers with 3 Arquebuses. Taking 1 Tech Priest Dominus. A unit of 10 Infiltrators. You guys know I love running my Infiltrators in groups of 10.
I don't.
I'm taking 2 Iron Striders with las cannons. I'm taking 2 Castellan robots, all loaded out with the Phosphor Blasters. I'm taking 1 Onager Dooncrawler with Icarus Array, although I do have coming to the channel soon, I've already got it on order, a neutron laser for this bad boy, so we'll see what that's like soon. And then, so that's all in a battalion. And then in a Supreme Command, I've got, again, Auburn Iron Fist here will count as Bjorn today, although I'm working on a Bjorn project for the Army. Got a Venerable Dread with Axe and Shield, a Wolf Priest on bike, a Wolf Guard Battle Leader on bike with a Kraken Bone Sword, and IDICBeer,
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
And IDICBeer 40K's Iron Priest on Thunderwolf, which is amazing. So this is giving me 8 command points here, and you guys can see I've got all 6 tactical objectives in my deployment zone, so, you know, I think I'll do okay on that. So that, guys, is what I'm rocking for this mission. Now let's go take a look at the Imperial Fists.
Okay, guys, so this is what I have, 2,000 points. I'm running 2 detachments, a Spearhead and a Vanguard. So for the Spearhead, I am taking the Librarian on a bike, aka Malaga Wargames. Beautiful job on that particular bike. He's my Librarian on the bike, the Psyker on the biker. I'm excited with him. He's going to bring out the Force, our Power Sword, and he's ready to really mess some face up. And of course, along with that one, I am bringing my Hellblaster squad, and then I'm also taking my Land Raider with the twin-link las cannons, and my Predator with las cannon goodness as well. For the Vanguard, I am taking Captain Lysander. Where's Lysander at? Lysander, here he is, right here. And with him, I'm bringing my squad of aggressors. My Dreadnought taking the twin-link las cannon and the bolter with the Power Fist. Then my 5-man Terminator squad By the way, this is not WYSIWYG. It's just going to be a standard storm bolter. We're good. Okay. But the sergeant for this particular squad is Sergeant Richards. Gorgeous model made by Richard from the Nerd Life. Along with the librarian, he's going to be accompanied by a squad of bikes, the bike squad. And somewhere around here are my Inceptors, right here. My Inceptor squads, they're bringing your standard assault bolters. And last but not least, I am taking a squad of Devastators, which are pretty much standard fit, last cannon, heavy bolter, plasma cannon, and missile launcher. And of course, I forgot to mention my Relic Contemptor Dreadnought, who is taking the Carriers Assault cannon, twin glass cannon, and the Cyclone missile launcher. Again, fully armed and ready to go. 2,000 points. We're taking 5 command points in all, and we got them set and ready to go after Methos. I was hoping that shouldn't. Anyway, so that's it, guys. We'll see what happens. We need to roll off and see who's going to go first.
All right, so here we are about to go into the game. This is what our deployment looks like. And by the way, Freak finished setting up first, and he rolled to go first, and I failed to see. So 13 last cannons first turn. Let's see how much of I get wiped out. What my deployment is like here, I've got bubbles of vanguards on both sides because Atlas did let me know about myself last time, and deep striked in and killed my battle leader first turn, so we don't want a repeat of that. So I did set my guys up as a little bubble wrap here. I've got my Space Wolf kill squad over here. Then this piece of terrain, I've just basically turned into a bunker here.
I don't see terrain there. All I see is just death.
So I've got Mars, I've got Call here in the center for the bubble, with some Rangers here, and Snipers, my Phosphor Blasters, reaching the Honor Dragoon Crawler over here, my Last Cannon Striders, my Tech Priest, all that set up for a gun line in the center, and a little bit of bubble wrap on the side.
Very nice. Well, guys, for me, I'm pretty much deployed, ready to go. This is deployment. You can see we try to stay nice and tight and grouped. I've got these aggressors on the back line because I know how much these little infiltrators love to harass my guys on my rear end. Typically I wouldn't mind, but right now I do. Okay, just saying. These guys are going to go and teleport and orbital strike later. So everybody is ready to go, and we get first turn, guys. Methos, good luck, my man.
Good luck, my brother.
Unreal.
So, Freak tried to take out my snipers because he doesn't want me to target his Cypher biker. The last cannon to the face, and the humble Rangers, Omnissiah protects with a 6, baby. Little Cyber Dragon action this morning. Oh yeah, baby. That's some hardcore praying.
That is. Let's see if we can use them doing some more damage. No! No! No, God, no, why? No! No!
It's a good day to serve the Omnissiah, baby. So, Freak got 2 last cannon shots on my Castellar robot.
Yeah!
Okay, saving protocols. 2 up, 4 up. 4 up in both, 6s reflect moral wounds.
Yeah!
Check it out, baby. Both the wounds at the Predator score.
No!
We're going back on the Predator, baby.
No! No! I wounded him and he just shot it back at me! Methos, what have you done to me? What have you...
You know what I did to you? I served the Cyber Dragon, baby. I served the Cyber Dragon.
Really fun turn. We were able to knock out some of his Rangers. Not as many as I like, but still. But we were able to put a wound onto his Dreadnought, which is kind of what we're looking for. Try to knock out some of his heaviest guys. We definitely knocked out a couple of his Rangers, you can see.
Oh, I owe you a leadership check. I lost 4 guys. I've got leadership 7. Please don't be high. Damn it. Damn it.
We'll cover that in a minute.
All right, 6 and 4, 10, so I lose 3 guys. All 3 of these guys, they're deads. All right, good job.
But here's the kicker, right? This Predator, and I know you guys seen this here just a second ago, but this Predator shot. We made some really good rolls. Shot 2 wounds with the last cannons into the Castellan robots, and just like a freaking ninja, just deflected them and pushed them right back on me. I lost 2 wounds on my Predator, so I was like, no!
Reflecting back laser bolts like freaking ninja guy, or like freaking Jedi guys.
My Relic Contemptor didn't do anything this round. Well, he did some hits, but again, we couldn't capitalize. Actually, he saved all of his wounds, so really, he's rolling really well.
Savior Protocol boss, baby.
Yeah, he's really knocking them out. I'm still out of range for my aggressors and any other bolter action aside from the specialty guys, but that is it. I was able to move up and capture objective number 4, which is part of one of my objectives, so hopefully at this turn I'll maintain and not get murdered.
We did measure it out, guys. He is within 3, so he is scoring.
Yep. So we'll see. Now it is Wolf Brother Methos turn 1.
Alright, beautiful people, it continues to be a beautiful day to serve the Omnissiah. Praise that Cyber Dragon. So, what I did here was I moved up my little Space Wolf kill force. I shot with my snipers and dropped the Psyker armed biker down to 1 wound. Thank you, Transonic Arc Buses. My last cannons here targeted the Predator. And that blank spot is where the Predator used to be. My Icarus array targeted the Contemptor and pulled off 2 wounds with the Daedalus missile. My Phosphor blasters here. I should do wobbly model, but they just look so cool up here. So they rebel. Anyways, my Phosphor blasters deleted the Devastator squad. So I'm feeling really good about this turn. If for nothing else, I effectively destroyed 5 las cannons that turn. And I dropped with here, Bjorn's double las cannons here, dropped both of my, dropped the las cannons on this Land Raider over here down 8 wounds. So that's down to the next profile.
You also brought in.
And then the Venerable Dreadnought charged this biker squad on objective 4 here and wiped out 2 bikes. So would have done more, but on one of my damage rolls, he saved 1 damage roll, and on another one, I rolled a 1 for that first one. So, and then the next one was a 6. So that guy got 7 wounds total on that bike. That guy's really dead. But
just kept stomping on him and stomping on him.
So I've done a pretty good job bringing in some control, but I've got to remember, Freak still has a lot of his power units in reserve. So it looks like I've got good control now, but this could change as he teleports some stuff in. I did score objective number 2. I drew number 2 right here under my Rangers. And I got first blood for the Predator over there. So this is looking pretty good. It's 2-1 as we go into Imperial Fists turn 2. We'll be right back. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention at the beginning of my turn, we realized that one of my canticles is being able to reroll failed morale tests. So I went ahead and re-rolled. I got this one over here, so I got my 3 guys back. So, ciao.
All right, guys. Top of turn 2. We had some good hits, some not so good. Let's start with the Vulnerable Dreadnought. We definitely knocked out a couple of wounds. We were able to move the biker. He was like right in that axis way. So we were like, nope, and scooted him as far away from him as we can. So we scooched him back behind the line. But we definitely unloaded some plasma into him. We knocked him down a little bit.
And another wound from Psyker on a Biker.
Psyker on a Biker, exactly right. He was able to do, I believe it was
Through the Ancients.
Scourge, yeah, that's right. I like the Ancient. We hit with one. We did not hit with the other psychic power. Okay, we were able to knock out another one of the Rangers, and then we also put a wound into one of the
4 wounds. Yeah,
4 wounds into the Castellan robots, which is good. We needed to try to whittle them down. Again, they're doing really good with the saves, man. Methos is rolling exceptionally well today. Okay, now this is the one that I'm going to kind of really concentrate on with this. Okay, 18 shots I was able to get A total of 11 wounds. That's phenomenal. 11 wounds. All he had was a 5-man squad of Vanguard here. And this son of a gun rolled... What did you roll?
Out of 11, 8 saves.
Yeah, 8 freaking saves. So he only lost 3 Vanguard models.
I do owe you a leadership. 4, 4, and 3. Okay, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
Yeah. So with that being said, yeah, we took 3 little guys down, but out of 18 shots. So my theory, I believe, is correct that luck has a lot to do with your game. So I'm not having bad luck. I'm not having extremely exceptional luck, but I think Methos and I are par as for our luck is concerned. So not a bad, not an exceptionally great round. But
talk about what you did here.
Yeah. So we did make an attempt to. Okay, we teleport strike into this area here, but we weren't able to make it to the range. But even though Bjorn turned it around and said, "Oh, you're going to try to charge at me," then he decides he's going to shoot at one of my guys. We took 1 wound. So
a little fire to the face makes people back off.
Yes, it did. So anyway, guys, so now we are going into Space Wolves turn 2.
Did you score any objectives this round?
I did. I scored. No, I did not. Yes, I did. I scored my objective, which is to hold 3 objectives. I have 1, 3, and 5. And
so
hold the line, I believe.
That's 3 units in your backfield,
Yep.
right?
I got 3 units in my backfield, so I'm there. I did not score supremacy.
All right, guys.
Oh,
so
no, not supremacy. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So I was able to score 2, 1 for the 3 objectives, and what was the other one? For the behind enemy line or behind lines.
hold the line. Yep. So it is now Imperial Fists 3 to Space Wolves 2. Fists are ahead at the moment. Let's see what we can do with Space Wolves turn 2. Glory to the Omnissiah once again. I have no words for the amount of luck this round. So, starting from left to right, brought the Vanguard in closer to the Undergradoon Crawler, which used its Skyfire ability to wipe out 2 of the Inceptors over there. Then we put some las cannons into the one of the las cannons went over here into this Contemptor Dreadnought, took a couple wounds down. This one put some wounds into the Dreadnought that used to be back there. It's not there anymore.
It's gone.
All right, so the Rangers took out the Psyker, or not the Psyker, but the regular biker that was in the back. Good shot, popped it. Over here, we dropped in our infiltrators and we used Wrath of Mars. Now with Wrath of Mars, if you roll any 6 to wound, then it's a mortal, it gives an additional mortal wound. But you think about it, with the Flush It Blasters, that's 5 shots per guy. So with a group of 10, that's 50 shots. So sheer numbers here worked in my favor, and a lot of luck from the Omnissiah and Lady Luck.
How were you able to sleep
I
tonight?
did so many mortal wounds, I wiped out his entire Terminator squad. 50 shots. I just rolled so many 6s. I love you, Lady Luck. Thank you so much, and glory to the
I hope you have
Omnissiah.
nightmares of that. Freaking Terminators
Speaking of
haunting
things that
your
used to be
dreams.
there,
Don't walk away from me!
I have Witch Hunter here. Look at this. So Freak put down a crater where the Psyker on Biker used to be.
Yep, that's all that's left.
I charged in with the Fenriz, the Great Fenrizi axe here, and dealt 14 damage to the Psyker on Biker. 14 damage.
He only had 4 wounds left.
So this isn't a brown earth crater. This is street. The reason why the crater is brown is just it pulped the blood. This is just giblets and blood here.
That's him.
It just soaked into the ground.
He is the crater. That bike. All of that. That's him.
Also, things that used to be here. My Bjorn charged in and wrecked this Land Raider with the True Claw. So first I only rolled 5 damage, and then I spent a command point to re-roll one of the D6 damage. and right at 10 damage and blew that. Well, it didn't explode, but yeah, wrecked that Land Raider. So,
but what's
really,
crazy? What's crazy about all that is that he's been rolling some excellent saves and just these. I mean, so he did the saves, and now his hit rolls are just killing.
Those 6s.
Yeah.
Wow. So
tell me something. Do you think luck has anything to do?
I think luck definitely has something to do with the game.
So I'm not crazy, right?
You're not crazy.
Okay, just making
I've
sure.
definitely had some bad games.
Yeah, all right, I don't hear your
And this kind of makes up for all the bad games.
Yes.
So a couple things here. I wiped out a Psyker on Biker, so that's 1 point for Witch Hunter. That brings me up to 3 points.
Yep.
And then I've got one guy here at objective number 1. If no one comes and takes it from me before the next turn is over, then I'll have another point. So,
right. Just to clarify, I only had 2 points on the last turn instead of 3. So originally we were tied 2-2. So that brings you to.
That's 3-2 right now.
3-2, yep.
And at the end of the turn, maybe even 4-2.
Right.
So we'll see what happens, and we'll see what Freak draws as we go into the next turn. One of the key things, I think, was stopping that Terminator group, because that was definitely somebody who could have come and taken this objective from me. But Lysander only moves 5 inches, so I think I might actually be able to keep that objective. So we'll see if I get to keep my lead as we go into Imperial Fist, turn 3.
Guys, turn 3 was absolutely a game turner. It was really, really cool. Let's start over here. We moved up. We charged with the Inceptor. Inceptor came in, right, the Sergeant, and just destroyed this one last Vanguard model. But
we forgot to consolidate you. You can actually consolidate into my Doomcrawler.
Right. Well, we can. Matter of fact, let's just roll the consolidate and see how we do.
No, it's just 3 inches.
Oh, well, he's in.
Yep. Ka-chow.
Hey.
Tying up my shooting.
So we're good there.
Speaking of my shooting, look at this guy.
Contemptor Dreadnought definitely wanted a piece of those Castellan robots.
This guy didn't do anything all game until he decided to get closer. Apparently he's just nearsighted.
Myopic, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I was able to get in and took out both the Castellan robots.
Killed one with the last cannons and one with the missiles.
And one actually blew the crap up. It was pretty cool because it wound up doing some splash damage.
Yep. Killed a Ranger, which he also killed 3 more with the Karis Assault Cannon.
Yep.
3 wounds on call and 1 wound on the Doomcrawler.
Right. Where it really got pretty wild, I moved up my aggressors that were here, got into the vulnerable Dreadnought that he had, and guys, you can see they annihilated each other out. The aggressors went in there and beat the snot of them, but of course, in retaliation, the vulnerable came around and also, just backhanded him. So it was a great fight. Both were taken out. So that leaves us, honestly, not many models left on the board. Got my my Hellblasters left, and of course these 2 guys, my Contemptor and my Inceptor. And Lysander. Lysander was able to move in for the charge. Was able to knock out a couple of guys and withstood how many?
11
wounds. Only taking 1, and he is still just ticking along. So we'll see. I mean, this is just a matter of time, but still a fun game. So Wolf Brother Methos, turn 3.
Oh, did you score the objectives?
You know what? That's a good question. I wasn't even looking at objectives because,
You wanted some blood.
I just wanted some blood. So objective 6, which I don't believe I got. No 6s there. Control objective marker 1, which I have not, and objective 4, which I have not. So no objectives in this game. So right now we are still at 3-2, Methos winning by 1. So again, Methos turn 3. See how he does.
All right, beautiful people, it's getting nitty gritty, and this is an awesome, awesome fight. I poured a whole bunch of firepower into the Contemptor, trying to retaliate for blowing up my robots, and he's just shrugging most of it off. So that's actually pretty cool. The only thing that actually damaged him was he pulled out his Phos Phoenix, pow, 1 shot of phosphor, and that dinged a wound off of him. But yeah, that was it. This Contemptor's a champ. Then he charged in over here and swung an Omniscient Axe and made short work of that Inceptor over there. Over here, again, there wasn't much for my snipers to shoot, so I didn't worry about them. The Vanguard, again, they're just kind of holding it down. I might charge them in there later on. But you see, I put my Iron Priest over here, and now there's a big hole there. I had all three big 3 damage hammer wounds come down at Lysander, and Lysander said, "Get that crap out of my face." And he turned around and smashed the Iron Priest to crap. Poor Iron Priest. On the plus side, though, back there, we charged Bjorn and the Wolfguard battle leader with Krakenbone sword and wiped out those Hellblasters.
Where's that vulnerable?
And Venerable's still gone from last round.
That's all I can say.
At the end of last turn, I did score objective number 1 because I did have a dude there. It was my battle leader on bike. I did score objective 2. It's right underneath my snipers. And I did score no prisoners for wiping out the Hellblaster squad. So, I scored 3 more points. That puts me up to 6 points. So,
not bad
at all. All right, so not a bad way to finish out turn 3, and we'll see what happens in turn 4. All right, so since there's not much else going on right now, we're just going to combine Fists and AdMech for turns 4 and 5. So, during Freak's turn, he kept his Contemptor here and finished off the Vanguard. He attempted to put some wounds on the Doomcrawler, but made those saves. So that worked out in my favor. And then during his turn, he killed the Iron Priest. Then in my turn, I moved Bjorn over here to get a shot on this Contemptor, and he finished it off with last cannon shots. So that dude tanked some shots though. He made his saves for last cannon shots from these two guys. He made his saves from the Icarus array. Okay, it was just, and the Solar Atomizer. This dude made some invul saves and some field no pains, but then the last cannons just finished him off. And then during my turn, I charged the battle leader and the Vanguard in. I dealt with all that. The Krakenbone sword put 1 wound on Lysander, and Lysander again shrugged off the rest and said, "Stop that." Killed off the battle leader. So Lysander's still surrounded right now, but he's just in a very target-rich environment because he's killing some shit. But that is the last Imperial Fist model on the table as we go into Imperial Fist turn 5.
All right, guys, wonderful game, great game. I just was not able to get the advantage over the AdMech. Once again, this is our 3rd game playing against AdMech, and we have not been able to beat them, but a lot closer than we've had in the past. As you can see, Lysander is no more. I've made a lot of mistakes, I will admit to that. I had a stratagem that I had not used, and I failed to use it. And so, but in either case, it was a fair game. Lysander did hold off a lot of firepower. He took out all the ninja that he had here, and you know, including the biker. What was his name?
Battle leader on bike.
Battle leader on bike was able to take him out as well. Really stuck it out. Took it like a champ. But look, it's all about numbers, right? So there was nothing left on the board. That was it. Really good game. Methos still has plenty of firepower on the table, not to mention models. So, what is the final total, Methos? I think
6 to 3, 6 to 2.
2, I believe. Yeah, 6 to 2. So we tried to run out there and grab as many objectives as we could. That really didn't help us any. It was more survival by that time. But again, it was a great game. Learning opportunity, most definitely. Don't forget to use your stratagems, and you know, use all your tools in your arsenal. So.
All right, let's go to the post-game chat. All right, guys, so we hope you enjoyed that battle report. That was a lot of fun for us to play. And let me tell you, this guy takes it like a champ. Like, I told him at the end, I was just joking around, I said, well, the cheesy thing to do would be to just back out of this combat and pour all of my las cannons on you. And he said, do it. I'm like, no, I want to keep it thematic. Let's get Bjorn into combat here. And he's like, no, don't punk out on me, do it. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not a punk, I have to do it.
He did, and he was able to shrug off a lot of the shots.
He sure did.
But you know what? He got it down to 2 left, and then down to that last one, and that one.
Yeah, all the autocannons on the Icarus array finished them off.
Yep. But I'm really happy. I'm proud of how Lysander. I think this is the best that he's done in a long time. So I'm proud of how well he did. I'm proud. Really, all my models did great. I'm really happy. My Contemptor did absolutely wonderful.
Who would you say your MVP of this game is?
Honestly, the Contemptor, and if I do a close second, definitely be Lysander.
I definitely agree. That Contemptor soaked up so much firepower.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. Also, the Aggressors did a great job at knocking down some wounds from the Venerable.
Oh, absolutely.
So
they finished off the Venerable with the Frag Storm grenade launchers on top.
Yeah.
Those can definitely put a lot. And that's what they did on a Dreadnought. They just managed to, by volume of firepower, take out a few wounds on the Dreadnought and finish them off. So imagine what that would do against some infantry or something like that. That volume of numbers.
Flag Storm is great, but again, like you said, it's really good against infantry. Not a whole lot on more armored models or units. Overall, again, learning opportunities for me here were, don't forget to use your stratagems that you have. And here's the thing, guys, when I get this tunnel vision, I'm starting to see my models disappear, right? I'm seeing craters where a librarian once stood, right? So immediately I go into aggressive protective mode kind of thing. So I try to go do whatever I can to run to handle that business, right? And of course, completely forgot to handle my business, forgetting to use the stratagems that I had that would have probably saved me a little bit. It was a numbers game, that's for sure. And honestly, there was no good or bad luck. This was straight out great game. Methos did a fantastic job. He came in. Really, we didn't both go in with a lot of expectations, but honestly, we were very impressed with how both armies,
And both of us made a few plays that were just like, oh wow, that's a neat play.
Yeah, so. We had some good times, and hopefully they'll transfer transfer into this video that you guys are watching.
I'm sure you guys know the feeling when you hit those dice, you really needed that roll, and boom, it turns out the exact number you need, and you're like, oh man!
Yeah.
You both are cheering because even though one person, it's a win for one person, it's a lose for another person, it was such a cool move, that you're both cheering. Those moments are awesome, and those are the moments that stick with you. When I hit those 2 Jedi shots that reflected back to Freak's
that right there,
both of us were just like, oh my god!
And I was excited for him. I mean, I didn't like it. Again, I think probably my worst, my not so MVPs were definitely my Predator and my Land Raider. They really didn't do a whole lot this game. But they, if anything, they mostly attracted fire. But yeah, when the Predator shot, those were good, solid, freaking shots. They went out. They hit. They freaking wounded. Reflected right back at him and like,
2 shots in, 2 shots back.
And all I could think of, you know what? That was a cool ass roll.
I loved it, guys. My MVPs, I say infiltrators every time. I really loved how it worked out for me, and I was rolling really well. But combining Wrath of Mars with the 50 shots from the infiltrators, that worked out really well. So that was awesome. But I think just my my Venerable Dreadnought with Axe and Shield charging down, the way we had the building set up, it was like an alley, right? And there was a valley, an alley that was a kill zone. And he was just marching through firepower and psychic powers down that corridor to just kill shit.
Yeah, he actually, you know, he got through the librarian. Librarian was throwing everything he could. He was able to absorb some, still march right through, and then went through the other bikes.
The bike squad,
The bike squad got knocked out. Then he came, I mean, you think of a bull in a china shop, right? Then he came into the aggressors. The aggressors slowed his ass down, but he still was able to knock him out before he was out and knocked out. Great game, man.
That was a really cool game. I think definitely I enjoyed that a lot, and I feel like I've tweaked pretty well this list with the AdMech and Space Wolf combination. I really like how it performs. In the future, I think when I get my Forge Bane and the Armigers will be able to fill the same role that the Dreadnoughts are, being my close combat heavy guys. So I may be able to do the same thing with the full AdMech Imperial list, Imperial Knight list later on.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
And I've got some toys coming up myself. I've got a Leviathan that hopefully I'll be putting together, and I also have the Knight. We both have our Knights, so that's going to be something down the line that we'll have to introduce later. I have to be honest with you. I think Bjorn did a great job.
He did. First time I think I got to get the True Claw into combat. That was cool.
Yeah, it was. And the first time you got to use the Bone Sword too.
Oh yeah, that worked out pretty well too.
Yeah, Bone Sword came out swinging. So again, I think it was a fair game, fair fight. I don't think I'm going to tweak my list a whole lot. If anything, I may add additional armor, but for now, it's not so much the list here. I think it's strategy. I think it has a lot to do with rolls, and not forgetting to use my stratagems that I have.
Can make a big difference.
Indeed. Also, another thing that I failed to do at the beginning of the game, and I keep forgetting this, my command points. And I know a lot of you guys probably forget to do this as well. You've got command points, spend them. You know, don't wait till the last minute where you're like, oh crap, I'm dying. I'm spending them. And that's one of the biggest problems that I think I have. It's like I get so tunnel vision. I'm still partially in 7 because I'm not used to command points, right? And so here I am. I keep forgetting that I have command points. Like, oh crap, I'm looking down at them. There they are. I'll use that. But by then it was already turn 3 or 2 and 3. And I already started losing way too many.
Back to reaction mode.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not where you want to be in a game like this. You want to keep your head fresh. You want to stay on top of. You want to stay on top of your stratagems, top of your command points, and most of all, don't forget to use your movement and your psychic phase on your first damn turn.
I offered guys to let them have it, but
I did take advantage of one, but I'm the kind of guy that, okay, you know what? Suck it up, meatball. I made the mistake. I need to own it up. It's a fair, right? It's more than fair. So again, a learning opportunity. I hadn't done that in quite a while, but you know what? Hey, my culpa on me. I paid for it, and so there will be another rematch down the line, and I'm excited for the next one. I've learned a lot in this game, and again, Methos, great game, bro.
Great game, my brother.
As always, guys. You know what? Let me turn it over to this guy because he knows how to do it better.
If you liked today's battle report, then grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. And of course, drop us some comments down below and let us know if you liked today's battle report and if you have any tweaks or improvements for us. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, this guy and this guy would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time,
get freaky
and stay frosty.